Hi guys, this is Patricia from Yarny Cat Crochet, and this is episode 11 of What's in My Cup, What's on My Hook, and What's on My Mind. This shirt I'm wearing is, hold on, let me get it where you can see it a little better. My mom bought this for me. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing that. She buys me a lot of things. But she got this for me, and she got one. It's fueled by coffee or Jesus and coffee. I was reading it backwards. He's got his little cross and his coffee mug, and he's got his little bird, Woodstock. Snoopy is my mom's favorite cartoon from when she was a kid. It was the thing, and it just never stopped being the thing. It's kind of like Scooby-Doo or Garfield, they're always going to be there. Especially in the hearts of everybody who keeps them going. But I think we got this off of a website like Cafe Press or something. I mean, that's not the company, but it was like that. But anyway, she got it for me. Okay, so back on topic. What's in my cup? It's coffee today because the shirt. It's Maxwell House dark silk. Yeah, Maxwell House dark silk with Coffee Mate coconut creamer. I love everything with coconut in it. Natural coconut, processed coconut, pretty much. I don't like fake, but like desiccated coconut or in a cake, or dried coconut chips in a gosh, I'm just having mind fog today. In a trail mix, mixed with nuts and fruits. And in my creamer. So good, by the way. It's in my Thankful, Grateful, Blessed. I've told you guys a billion times I feel like I'm all three. Because I have all of you and my family and my God. And I just love this time of year. Okay. So what's on my hook? Well, I'm working on the hats to give away. We discussed last time I talked about hats 15 and 16, what I was going to make them out of. I got those finished. There was a slight delay because there was a birthday and I had to make a present. So I whipped up a hat and got some pajama bottoms, llama pajama bottoms, and a nice cozy hat. So my stepmom can cuddle underneath the blanket with her hat and her nice warm llama pajamas for her birthday. But anyway, so hats 15 and 16. Pretty plain. I really like this double crochet, single crochet pattern. And I think if I do any hats for to sell next year, I think that I will utilize this plain pattern. Maybe make some longer ones for slouchy beanies because, the teenagers, they tend to like those. But, regular for just adults that don't like slouchy beanies. I like slouchy beanies, but I made it a little bit bigger, for somebody with a bigger head size. But there's that one. That's the green in that. If you haven't watched my previous videos, go back and check them out. But it's this Heartland yarn from Lion Brand. I cannot give it enough stars. It's just very soft, squishy. It's all acrylic, but it feels like a very soft wool, but it's just acrylic. Um, it's a 4-weight, 5 ounces in one of these balls, and I got it for on clearance for $3, but there originally was like $5.99 or $6.99. I can't remember, but Heartland. Michael's had some clearance yarn sitting on a shelf. You really gotta look, man. They hide that stuff. But anyway, I found the shelf and got me. Well, actually, my son bought me this yarn. That whole load of yarn. I got a ton of teal. I think I showed it to you when it happened. Go back and check my videos. But yeah, I got a ton of teal. I'm gonna make a blanket out of that. But so anyway, that's the yarns, the gray and the green. This one was called Mammoth Cave, and this one was called Joshua Tree. They might be national parks now that I think about it. It's called Heartland. Light bulb. I bet you all are sitting there like, duh. Yeah, because there's the Joshua Tree National Park, and there's also Mammoth Cave. Mammoth Cave's near us in Kentucky, but I've got to check. Oh, and the red, the one that I said's got kind of like a jewel tone on this hat, was redwood, the redwood forest, California. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you can't call me very smart, but at least I did figure it out eventually. Well, anyway, hats 15 and 16 were these two, and and on this one, I did that every other, double crochet, single crochet, but then at the bottom I did some front post and some single crochets just to give it something different. Okay, and then so I was like, I've still got yarn left over, and not enough to do a full hat, and it was like Franken hat. So I put those two yarns together. I'm not done with this hat yet. This is what's on my hook. I was doing the green, the gray, the green, the gray. Just you can see a lot better on TV than I can see it with my plain eyes. Hold on, I'm gonna put back on my glasses. Please excuse the dents in my face. My sleep mask does it to me every time, and I'm taping earlier than what I normally would, so it hasn't had a chance to go away yet. But yeah, green, gray, green, gray, and I think they go together well enough. And inside, if you're, I'm not stopping and cutting and re-adding yarn. I'm not doing that. So what I'm doing is carrying the yarn up. This is where it started, but I'm just carrying the yarn up. Or this is where it started, sorry. This is where it's at right now. I'm just carrying the yarn as I go, like that. And just, alternating strings. And you can do that and not get them tangled up if you keep the yarn separated like that, and carefully, when you're done with the one, make sure it's laid to the side and you pick up the new one and go in. I've just got a few more rows to go on this one and it's done. Let me show you. Yeah, I've got it all tangled because I picked it up and moved it around, but I'll fix it before I start crocheting again. But you can see it's almost finished. Oh, that's my headband. It's making it look funny right there, but it's okay. But yeah, it's almost finished. I do it down to here. So, yeah, just thought I'd switch it up a bit. But it's the same stitches, and then I'm doing some post stitches on the bottom just because sometimes I get bored. So I want to throw a new stitch in there. It's not new, but you know what I mean. Oh, my hair, every time I try on hats. It's fairly freshly washed, so it's not cooperating at the moment. Later on, it all lays down, and that's fine. Okay, so the next hat. What's on my mind? Well, what's on my mind is getting these hats finished and working on some Christmas decorations for the house. I'm not bypassing Thanksgiving. I still have my pumpkins, my crocheted pumpkin that I made for October. You just want to look at that. It's just so gorgeous. It's not even because what pumpkin is. It looks like a pumpkin in the garden. So cute. Okay. Yeah, I love him. But anyway, I still got them and my little fall ceramic pumpkins I got from the Dollar Tree. A few dollars at the Dollar Tree, and you know, if you just want to casually do your holiday, and then you can put them away or leave them out if you like pumpkins. I do. I like orange. I like rust. So my fall decorations could stay out all year long, except for at Christmas time because I've got to do the Christmas thing. But you know, for Christmas, you could make your hats, scarves, pillows. Make a pillow poof for your husband to put his feet on, for the floor, or your kids to sit on. You could crochet a beanbag. Crochet snowballs so they could have a snowball fight. Crochet a checkerboard and checkers and have a game. It doesn't have to be expensive. If you get groceries in the paper bags, which most of you should be getting paper bags at the grocery store now because they're doing away with the plastic, but also, you know, a lot of people take their own bags to the grocery store. I have a bunch of, you know, this one I got from Angie Bell, but it's a reusable bag. But anyway, my point was about those paper bags. If you get some paper bags from the grocery, you can cut out gingerbread man shapes. You take a gingerbread man cookie cutter or just freehand it. But if you got a gingerbread man cookie cutter, you can just go around the edge with a pencil, cut that out so it's already brown. You don't even have to color it. And then use a white chalkboard marker to make the frosting for the legs because it gives that right texture. But you could do anything. You could use white paint or whatever you've got around to use. And you could even get some of those cinnamon candies and glue some cinnamon eyes and buttons. And then you'd have that cinnamon smell. Your imagination can go wild. You have angels. You can cut out any shapes you want and make ornaments for your tree. The paper loops the garlands that you can hang. You can make doves or just whatever it is that you do at Christmas time. Hanukkah candles. You can make anything out of scrap paper and glue and glitter and whatever you've got laying around, rice, beans. They can all be used to make really pretty decorations. You get on Pinterest or YouTube or Instagram, you name it. You can do a lot of things with yarn even, and besides making the presents out of them, you could make your chain for your tree. You just do a big old chain out of sparkly red heart metallic, or this isn't the color you'd probably use, but this is like a sparkle green. I mean, you could do, well crap, I'm never going to be able to get that back in there. I'll do it later. You could do just about anything for very cheap. Somebody said in one of the chats they don't have the money for Christmas. Well, if you got yarn, you probably do because you're interested in this channel. You can make that as your crafty gift, or You could make, if you have ingredients for banana bread, the boxes now come really cheap. Krusteaz, Krusteaze, I think, at the grocery store, about $3, and it'll make 2 loaves. If you get the smaller loaf tins, you know, the little snack size ones, it can make more. You could make a couple of loaves and wrap them in cellophane and put a little bow on it and give it as a gift. It doesn't have to be a lot of money. People appreciate homemade things a lot more. Homemade decorations. Do a homemade Christmas. That's what we're doing this year. I mean, we have our Christmas decorations from previous years, but a lot of the gifts are going to be homemade, and you know, you could do a lot of things. Save your paper rolls. You could make, this row is from aluminum foil. Now, what I used it for was to ball up. I don't know if I can find it. I don't know where I put it. And of course, I'm probably not going to be able to find it. But what I used it for, oh, it's sitting right there. I used it to make a pull string ball out of my leftover yarn from that one hat. And I'll even show you a little example. Okay, here's some yarn. It's, well, I don't want to use that. That's a lot of yarn. Let's see if I got a smaller ball. I need a smaller ball of yarn. Oh, okay, here's some small. Okay. Now this yarn is already balled up, but it's not full string. But anyway, so say you have yarn left over like this from your hat, and you want to put it away, but you don't want to put it away in that mess, because you know when you pull it out of your bin later, it's going to be tangled up and not usable, so you want to be able to use it. Now, you could use a piece of tape for this first one, but I don't. I just hold it. I just hold it where I want it to go. But you hold on to that, and then you start by wrapping in a tube fashion to get your first layer of yarn in that. Sorry, you guys, I don't want this to take too long, but I just wanted to show you my process. But you start wrapping it down the tube to the size that you want. This might take too long, but I just want you to see. You get a good layer. Now it's going to be a lot thicker than this because you're probably going to have a lot more yarn. But then after you get a good layer, I do about yay to yay, you know, here to here. Then you start, if you see those balls of yarn that the ball winder does, it goes in a crisscross pattern. So it goes up, up a couple times this way, and then you turn it and you go up a couple times this way, and you crisscross it, and then every so often you do some in the middle, and then you crisscross it again. Well, by the end, you have a ball. Let me see the ball. You just slide it off of the tube. And by the way, some tubes are smaller. The smallest tube you can find, the better. Or a spindle. If you have a spindle will work. Because it does squish in a little bit if this one came off of that one, and I just kind of tucked the bottom in a little bit. But yeah, there was a hole. But anyway, look, it pulls out. Just put that in a Ziploc bag. If you have yarn, I do not throw these Ziploc bags away. I reuse them as long as they're clean. But you could put it in a reusable cloth bag. You know, if you got some Notion bags like this, 2 or 3 balls would fit in there, just to keep it, from unraveling. So you don't have to have a ball winder to do that. But anyway, like I said, these paper tubes, yeah, after you slide it off, these paper tubes are real, you get them in your wax paper, your parchment paper, your aluminum foil, and wrapping paper. Although the wrapping papers would be too big for this project. But at Christmas, some people make Christmas crackers, which are something we don't do here, but some people do. I mean, I guess it depends on what your ancestors brought over, when they came. But so you take like a paper towel roll or a wrapping paper roll, and you cut it into, about a toilet paper tube shape. I don't recommend using the toilet paper tubes because they sit in the bathroom and, particles. Okay, but towel paper or wrapping paper tubes or your tubes, this would be too small, but you can stick a little miniature toy in there and some candy, and then you wrap it like a candy, basically. The tube keeps everything inside, and you wrap the wrapping paper like a candy on the end, and it's like Christmas cracker. It doesn't pop. I think the Christmas crackers that they use, and I'm sure a bunch of my friends will tell me that are from across the pond, I think they snap, like pop, but I'm not sure. But you don't have to do that. It would be cute little party favors if you're going to have family over for Christmas, or you just want to do some for your kids. Some surprise tubes. You can make we did this in school. We cut the tube at a candle height. We wrapped string around ours, but you could do paper or paint or whatever, but we made the candle, and then we took pipe cleaners, the sparkly gold ones, but you could use yellow or orange, or I don't know what color pipe cleaners they got now. If you could find sunset colors or something, would be perfect. And you just bend it into a flame for the top, and then a piece of paper plate or cardboard and around for the bottom to make the candle plate. And then you put you could even cut the end off of this and then cut a slot in it, and it makes the ring and glue it down to the paper or tape it, and it makes a ring to hold. If you can imagine an old-fashioned candle plate with the ring on it to hold it, and then you'd have the candle sitting on top. Old-fashioned candle decoration. We made Christmas bells. I forget how we did those. Those might have been with paper mache, but you got the little bells from the craft store and the string, and you made the bell shape. It was probably paper mache. But anyway, you might could do that with a pop bottle and some glue and paper, and make, cut the top of the pop bottle off to make a bell shape, and then and you could glue your string in there with the bell on it. I mean, just about anything you can think of. We used to make those, paper rings. Oh, we did the ones with 25 rings on them, or 26, I forget. I think it was 25, but anyway, and you pulled one off every day, so the kids weren't, how many days, Mama? When? Because they were pulling the rings off every day. They knew. They could count themselves how many days it was until Christmas. So, you can make Christmas. I remember one of our first Christmases when my baby was little. We didn't have the money for a tree, but we had this big old box that our microwave came in. My father-in-law bought us, when the baby was born, a microwave. I don't know why, but that's what we got, and it was a really fancy microwave for its time. But anyway, we had the box, and no, it was huge microwave. And I took the box and cut it into a Christmas tree shape, wrapped it in Christmas paper, poked holes through it here, there, and yonder, and put Christmas lights through from the string. And that was our Christmas tree that year. We didn't have a lot of money. It was brand new baby, new, fairly, I mean, we'd been married for 3 years. We worked at little jobs like Walmart or Rite Aid, or I can't even remember. And, you know, I wasn't working because I just had the baby, so we didn't have a lot of money, but that was our Christmas tree, and it decorated, and I didn't care who come over and saw it. I was proud of it. Oh, also, I used to make every year fake fireplaces out of cardboard. One year, I'm gonna have to find that picture if I can find it. One year, I made it looked like a brick. It was a box. So if you can imagine a fireplace shape out of a box, and then I cut the hole for the actual fireplace part. And then my brother found me some logs that were about yay big, tree branches, and they had like those really dried up mushrooms on it and stuff. So I put 3 or 4 of those in there, and I put some Christmas tree lights underneath it where the lights would shine through the logs. Put some decorations on top, and Christmas fireplace. I did that almost every year. I don't think I did it last year, but yeah, you don't have to have a lot of money. You can crochet you little doilies with Christmas colors and whatever your Christmas colors are, and make it beautiful, and make each other gifts, or just simply have a good dinner together. And no matter what it is, it could be pizza, it could be hot dogs, whatever you've got, and have dinner together and watch whatever comes on TV, a movie, or just sit together and tell stories. I mean, just as long as you're together, that's all you need. It's all you need for Christmas is your family and your friends. And if you don't have anybody else, text me on my YouTube channel on one of the videos, this video, and I will chat with you. But yeah, you don't need a lot. But anyway, remember your friends, by the way, that are your neighbors or people in your neighborhood, your school district, or at the library, people you see. Remember them around the holidays. They might not have anybody. So, be that smile, be that loaf of banana bread, or some wrist warmers, or a hat or a scarf. Be that for that person for the holiday season, and you will have the happiest Christmas. But anyway, so your homework for today is to pick the colors. Which hat am I going to start next? Okay, this yarn is Charisma Heather. That's what it says, from Loops and Threads. 93 yards, 3 ounces, 85 meters, 85 grams. It's a little chunkier, 5 weight, so it'll be a chunky hat. And it's purple. And it says heather. I guess it is heathered a little bit. It's hard to tell from where you're sitting, but I see very, very subtle shade differences. And then there's this Boogie Nights by Lion Brand. It's 3 ounces, 85 grams, 149 yards, 136 meters. It's called Monte Carlo, and it is a bulky 5. Wait a minute, let me see what this one's called. Yeah, this one's just purple. It's just called purple. but this one's Monte Carlo, and it has, if you can see, metal strips in it. So, pink or purple, people? That's the two ones to pick from. Try to get your votes in, as soon as you can, so I can pick which one to start first. But these will be, okay, so we're up to, what did I say? That was 15, 16. This one's 17, so these will be 18 and 19 out of 50 after I finish the 17. So yeah, pick which colors so I can get started on that. I really appreciate your all's help. It's kind of fun to see what you'll pick. I might even put it up on the community tab. I don't know. But yeah, so that's pretty much what's in my cup, what's on my hook, what's on my mind. So those of y'all that are brand new, at the end of my videos, I always read a scripture. If you don't believe in scripture, that's fine. If you want to click out now, nobody will be upset. And please join us back next time. We have a lot of good content and a lot of good friends, and we always want more friends. Now I gotta find that bag again. So yeah, remember to be a little joy bomb in your corner, and if you can't do nothing for anybody except for as you're walking past, simply give them a smile. Give your best smile, because you never know what that person is going through. They might think that nobody in the world cares about them, and then they walk past you and give them a smile. I've experienced it myself, and I've heard stories of other people talking about it. I know it works. So if you can't give anything else, give a smile and be a little joy bomb in your corner of the world. If everybody takes care of the little corner where they live, we won't have very many problems. So we'll see you guys next time. And then for everybody who stayed for the scripture, I pull, these have scriptures, sayings on the front and a scripture written on the back. And I pull one from the front, and when we're done, we put it in the back so we don't get repeats, although I've accidentally messed that up a couple of times. But anyway. Okay. This is a really good saying, you guys. It says, "You are a gift from God, and that's how I'll treat you." Treat everybody like they're a gift in your life, and see how it starts to just make things better. And you're a gift to me because you watch my videos and give me a reason, a purpose for today, and that makes me happy. So you are a special gift to me. I'm going to read the back. It says, "May God grant your heart's desires and make all your plans succeed." Psalms 24. But you also have to have an expectation that maybe your heart's desires aren't what God has planned for you. Sometimes we think, well, I've asked for this. Why haven't I why haven't I gotten it? Why does this person have something that I don't? You have what you have need of for the moment. Because if you needed more, God would have already given it to you. So sometimes the things we think we got to have right now just isn't what we really need. But I pray that you work towards your goals, and God blesses you with success on your goals. He's blessed me with my goal of having more subscribers, of having quality subscribers, of giving me new friends and people to talk to. And I'm very blessed for that. Now, did he give me 1,000 like I want? No, I have 275. But that's what I need for the moment. So I'm going to be very happy with that. And Now we're into the Thanksgiving month. I just want to bless you all, pray for you, and encourage you to reflect and think about what you're grateful for, and that really helps humble you and get you set back on the track of what's really important. I hope that I'm making some sense. But anyway, I'll put that in the back. I love you guys. We will see you in the next episode, and just remember to be a little joy bomb. Bye-bye.